What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having a great week. We're gonna just go ahead and just jump into the Wednesday workout this week. First, I want to just say thank you all to everybody that continues to show up or do these workouts on Wednesday and then show up to class on Sunday. I appreciate your all support. Kim and I are invigorated every week by your all's effort and everything. But let's go ahead and, like I said, let's go ahead and jump into our Wednesday workout. This past week on Sunday, we had probably our longest workout that we've ever done. Partner workout, some good camaraderie that took place, pushing each other along. That's what it's all about. Kind of giving each person their own little push with a partner to kind of bring each other along and try to strive to be better. So that's what I like to see. But again, that was one of the longest workouts we've done. So let's change gears to vary that up a little bit. We've gone long, slow distance, even though it may not have felt like slow. Long workout on Sunday. We're going to bring that time that you're going to be working down a little bit for the middle portion of this week. I'm going to look at a 10-minute time cap for these movements. We're going to start. It's basically going to have a series of movements and it's going to repeat itself to close out. But it's one time through. We're going to do 15 object rows. You can take anything. If you've got a water bottle, that might be enough for you. But you can do a water bottle. Let's start with what I would probably recommend for most people if you have anything at home. We're going to do a crush grip, which is a double hand grip. We're going to bend over at hip hinge over. Knees are slightly bent. I'm not stiff-legged, hinged at the hip. I got this nice base. My core is tight. I'm going to have straight arms. And I'm going to row this back into me using my mid back and upper back rather than my low back or just my arms. I don't want to see the T-Rex arms just pulling this up with my biceps. I want to see this row back. Row. Okay? So if you only have one dumbbell or one object, that's fine. If you want to challenge yourself and go with two, it's the same principles. Hip hinged over, kind of got a bent knee, rowing back with the double objects. If we only have a band, it's the same purpose. I've got one right here. We're going to go with a band. You can go to double strap or you can go to the single. I'm just going to go to the single strap for this. And you can kind of pick your tension if you have a band. If you want to go a little lighter, you grab a little bit higher up on the band. If you want a little bit more tension, you grab lower. Same principles apply. I'm not pulling up. I'm pulling back. My elbows are going to the ceiling. So I'm using my back. This is supposed to mimic kind of a pull-up. Since we don't have access to pull-up bars, and we don't have the best place, especially if we're at the gym, to kind of place some sort of downward pulling object. We're just going to utilize this to kind of mimic a pull-up, or at least use the same muscles to complete a pull-up. So we're going to do 15 object rows, and you can complete those with whatever object you can. If you don't have an object, what I want you to do is do slow pulls with no weight at all. We're concentrating on feeling these muscles turn on, switch on, versus just moving through this range of motion. I want to feel those muscles turn on. The upper back should be turned on rather than the lower back. I want to go slow and steady. With a pull-up, we're not cranking those out unless you're just a freak athlete. You're not really cranking those out really quickly, 15 of them. These are more slow. It's going to take you 3 to 4 to 5 seconds to get each pull-up. So even if you're using this object, Try not to just be flailing those arms. Concentrate on the movement quality versus intensity for the object rows. Once we complete the object row, we're going to take an object, that same object that you have, and we're going to do some goblet squats. Put this into the palms of our hands, hold them in the front of our center of our body, and we're just going to do some squats. 15 goblet squats. If you don't have the object, do just air squats without the object. If you have the band, you don't want to use the band for the squats, that's fine. But if you wanted to, that's fine too. Grab some tension, holding that up here. We're going to do the squats, and on the way up, you're going to feel a little bit of that weight. And that's okay. If you want to do it without or with, that's fine, but 15 object rows, 15 goblet squats, and then we're going to do 20 walking lunges. You guys are familiar with the lunge. Knee to the floor, or however depth feels comfortable, with a vertical shin, standing tall. You can traverse this. You can just do the step back, or not the step back lunges, just the stepping alternating lunges, or you can travel to do 20. Once you do the 20 lunges, you're going to go back to the 15 object rows. Again, slow and steady, feeling those muscles turn on. 15 goblet squats, 20 walking lunges. Done. That should, for most of you, you're probably going to get well with under the time cap. This is supposed to be kind of short and sweet, but what you want to focus on is those going back to that object row, not really just moving your body through space or this object through space by just moving the weight. I really want you to concentrate on pulling that weight, moving it with purpose into position that you need it to be in, using the muscles to do so, versus just, I need to complete these reps to get them done so I can move on to the next thing. In these functional classes that we do, functional fitness classes that we do, sometimes that is just the goal. Doing burpees, I need to get this done. I need to use quality movement to do it, but I need to just get on the floor and get up. It doesn't really matter exactly how I do it, as long as I'm not putting myself in dangerous positions, like, super arched back or something along those lines. Don't get caught up today in finishing as fast as possible. Yeah, I put a 10-minute time cap out there because I don't need you to be moving through these movements in 30 minutes or 20 minutes. You might miss the purpose of the workout if you're taking a long time to do it. But just specifically for those object rows, I want you to concentrate on the quality of movement that you're moving that object with, so that we're using the correct muscles to do so. Okay. So again, this one's short and sweet, guys. It's not going to be something uber complicated or anything. But if you have any questions, drop a comment in there, either on the YouTube video itself, or now some exciting things that are happening with Fire and Light. We've got a Facebook page started. Just started that today. We have an Instagram now that just got kicked off. We're going to be handing out some flyers to people in the community or at some local businesses to try to drum up a little bit more interest, not just within Colonial Heights, Christian church, but also within Colonial Heights or Kingsport or the Tri-Cities. With several, I can remember with David's sermons, he harkens back a lot to what are we doing, not only within our church, but also within Colonial Heights, within Kingsport, and within the Tri-Cities to better our communities and spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, and as well as how great a community of like-minded people, Christians, fitness people coming together for a sole purpose of just loving each other and caring for one another being a shining light to others. So I want, again, thank you all. Go find our Facebook page, go find Instagram, watch these videos, give me some feedback, give me some likes, so we can continue to spread this to more people. But guys, have a great rest of your week. We'll be in the gym on Sunday. For anybody new that hasn't watched these videos or is just now finding us, if you haven't been to class before, send me a DM or comment or connect with me in some way, either Facebook or Instagram, or on the YouTube page. Send me a message. Let me know that you might be interested. What we would like to do with you is have some intro classes, show you, make sure that we're going over quality of movement, so that I can also see your movement, or we can see your movements, to make sure maybe what movements we need to maybe avoid or things that we need to work on, while also you get a good feel of what we're kind of going for with our community, or the community we're trying to build within our church, or within this fitness program. But we can also, like I said, develop the technique and the mechanics before we start adding any intensity into these movements. Very important that we have good quality of movement before we add that high intensity into this. So again, for all of you guys that have been with us for a while, we will see you on Sunday, 4 o'clock in the gym. Like I said, guys, have a great weekend, or excuse me, have a great week. God bless.